All right, hi, and we are back. We just did our energy exchange where we found out that the energy we would most benefit from releasing today was the energy of escapism. We've had this before. And the energy we would most benefit from calling in its place was the energy of trust. Oh, that makes so much sense, right? If you have the energy of trust, you're going to be far less likely to want to escape. I think for so many of us, the reason we want to escape is because we don't trust this present moment. We don't trust ourselves. We don't trust what's happening. We don't know what to do. We feel lost. We feel confused. We feel ungrounded. And the safest thing to do in that moment feels like to run away, to escape, to be like, see you later. I can't deal with this present moment. But what we're going to do is we're going to hopefully find out what is like the core root of that escapism, and then what might be blocking us to just trusting ourselves. Because hopefully if we can trust ourselves and really call that in and unblock ourselves to really like owning that, then we will be less likely to want to escape. And when we're less likely to want to escape, that allows us to really experience the benefit of the very moment. Right? Like there is a benefit in the challenge you may be facing. There is a benefit in the conflict you may be facing. There is a benefit in the intimacy that you may be facing that you're trying to run away from. There is a benefit in this reality. And allowing ourselves to open up to trusting the universe, to trusting the process, but especially I really think to trusting ourselves, knowing that yes, I can handle this. I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to lose my mind. I'm not going to make a fool out of myself. I'm going to say something that maybe is a little silly, but I'll be fine. It'll be okay. Yes, I can handle this intensity. Yes, I can handle this emotionality. Yes, I can handle the feelings in my body that are coming up right now. So we have to believe in that. We have to believe in that and our own ability to handle things. And that will help us not feel like we have to escape and not feel like we have to run away. So let's get after it. So what is the root of this escapism? What is going on here tonight? Again, escapism comes up a lot. And so for tonight, this could mean one thing that it won't mean tomorrow. But for tonight, for this collective, it's a specific kind of escapism. And what is that escapism? Higher level issues, important lessons we must learn before we're able to move on, before we're able to go on to the next thing in our life. You have to learn how to be right here before you can be anywhere else. Ouch, right? Ouch. And if you don't, you can go away, you can run away to something else, to someone else, to somewhere else, but the universe will place you right back here to confront this thing over and over and over again until you do it and you learn the lesson from it. And maybe the lesson is simply self-trust. Maybe that's all the universe is trying to teach you. Maybe that is all the karma is trying to teach you. Maybe that is all that you're supposed to walk away from this moment with is self-trust, to go, okay, yeah, that sucked. Not gonna lie. But you know what? I handled it. I was capable. I wasn't that stupid. I wasn't that bad. I didn't make a fool out of myself. The pain, the discomfort, it was manageable. Okay. So we have to learn this lesson. We have to learn this lesson, and you're going to keep getting looped back around over and over and over again, confronted with the same thing until you learn it. So how can we really help ourselves get to that point of self-trust? I'm so curious what we can do to be able to get there. What do we have to clear out of the way in order to really, really just find ourselves in that self-trust? And the thing that just came up was like believing that this moment is not that hard and not that scary, like shifting your belief around your ability to handle what comes at you. Confrontation is a word that just popped into my head. So maybe for somebody, this really is about confrontation. You're trying to escape because you cannot handle confrontation. And so is this something that we're trying to avoid in the physical body, mental body, emotional body, or spiritual body? There's a spiritual body component here. Anything else here? A physical body component. So it's like the physicality of it. It is, when I say spiritual, it can also just be like that, that deep connection between you and another person. That's the connection between ourselves and other people is spiritual. I don't care what anybody says. It's a spiritual thing. It's my spirit connecting to your spirit, recognizing your spirit, and that's the thing that we're running away from. We're running away from connection. We're running away from this confrontation, which again has a negative connotation, but only because we choose to perceive it as negative. Confrontation doesn't have to be negative. Intimacy doesn't have to be negative and scary. Intensity doesn't have to be negative and scary. We can handle it. And the best way to learn that we can handle it is to stay right here, grounded in this present moment, not running from it, just experiencing it and then realizing it wasn't that bad. It's like exposure therapy. You got to do it. You just have to allow yourself to be exposed to the discomfort of this moment that you are being asked to share with another spirit, with another being. You can do it. You just have to allow yourself to do it. I don't know who this is for, but I feel like it's for somebody or some buddies in particular who really need to hear this tonight. You do not have to run away from intimacy. You do not have to run away from connection. You do not have to run away from the fact that you are spirit and there are other spirits out there that want to connect with you, that need to connect with you. And again, you can run away for as long as you want to run away, but these spirits, these connections, they're going to find you. And this lesson is going to find you no matter where you go. I would even believe that you could go find yourself some isolated hobbit hole somewhere and somebody's going to come knocking on that door looking for second breakfast. You're not going to be able to escape human connection. You're just not. Yeah, you're just not. Okay, what's here? What's here that we want to attune my soul to spirit now? When our soul is in attunement with spirit, being around other spirits won't be so hard. But when our soul is attuned to anxiety, stress, disharmony between all of our parts, right? A disharmony between our soul, our spirit, our mind, our body. When there's disharmony there, we can't meet another spirit where they're at. But when we attune ourselves to love, right, which is the main energy of spirit, when we attune ourselves to grace, when we attune ourselves to compassion, when we attune ourselves to acceptance, when we turn our dial, our spiritual dial to those things, it will not be hard to connect on the spirit realm. It will not be hard to connect with other people because it will feel natural when we come at it from that. It feels unnatural and icky and in disharmony when you are coming at someone with anxiety, fear, trepidation, worry, self-doubt, self-hate, and they're trying to come at you with, who knows what, connection. No, that's not going to feel good, and it's not going to feel easy, and it's not going to feel in alignment. There's going to be friction. There's going to be, this feeling that you want to run away from. So I encourage everybody to say, I attune my soul to spirit now. Ooh, that made me want to relax my shoulders. I attune my soul to spirit now. Tune my soul to spirit now. Okay, anything else we can do here for this collective, for anybody who might benefit from receiving this clearing tonight, anybody who has been trying to escape connection? Imbalance of the etheric body at the one level. So we're just asking to bring all of our etheric bodies back into balance. And this can happen through just many incarnations, through many different experiences in this life or any life, in this realm or any realm, and all the parallels that our consciousness exists inside of. There can just end up being, just some imbalance in that energetic body. And it's potential, probable, what the hell word was I trying to say? There's a chance that the thing you're trying to escape from, the reason you want to escape is because your energetic body is out of balance. Not only do you need to attune your soul to spirit, but you need to attune your energetic body back into this realm, into this life, into, oneness and wholeness inside of yourself. So, if you're somebody who has access to energy workers, energy healers, I would encourage you to go see one. They can be very helpful. It is possible, of course, to get yourself into attunement and get yourself into alignment. And we can say it now together. I just ask for complete balance and harmony in my etheric body. You can meditate, you can close your eyes, you can visualize that happening. That's what I do all the time. I psychically speak to my body, etheric body, physical body all the time. I tell her what I want her to do. I send my consciousness into all of my cells. I send my consciousness into every part of my body to do healing and repair. And that's what I do when I'm doing Reiki. I'm sending my consciousness into this person's body to tell their soul, not their soul, but their cells, their energy, what I encourage it to do. It's like, hey, let's join together with our consciousness, with our energy, and let's create balance. So you can do that for yourself now if you like. And I'm also just asking for it from spirit. Okay, anything else for this collective tonight as it relates to this whole escapism thing and blocks to trust? So I'm going to ask a percentage question here in a minute, but first we're going to look at this. So what can we do here? Interesting. What is this? It's a habit. It's just the habit of it. We're just in the habit of escapism. We're just in the habit of not trusting ourselves to be okay right here in this present moment. It's just a habit. Well, that's kind of nice because we can reprogram our brain to not be in that habit anymore. We can create new habits. We do it all the time. It is possible, consciously, unconsciously, to create new habits all the time and to release yourself from old habits. There are some habits that I used to have that I thought I would have forever, and then like one day they were just gone. It was just like, oh, I'm not doing that thing anymore. Okay, cool. Obviously, some habits are harder to break than others, depending on what it is, but the habit of escaping, yeah, I would imagine that's probably pretty deeply ingrained in some of us, but it doesn't need to be. So we're releasing ourselves from all habits now, habits related to escapism, habits related to lack of trust, habits related to anything that is honestly not serving our highest good here and now. And now let's check, what percent are we blocked to trust? What percent are we blocked to trust? 100%. What percent are we open to trust? 100%. So what can we do? I just want to bang this out of the park right here. What can we do to release ourselves from these blocks to trust? So what can we do right here, right now, to release ourselves fully? Our chakras are blocked. Interesting. Can you show me what chakra is blocked? The sixth chakra. Interesting. That's our third eye. Our fourth chakra. Okay, so our heart. Our heart and our third eye are both blocked. They're probably part of what's out of balance in the etheric body. And so our heart and our third eye are not talking. Oh yeah, I mean, how are you going to have trust in yourself if your heart is not talking to your third eye, your wisdom, your intuition, that kind of inner knowing, and your heart is just not there altogether? And I'm seeing vision of people who want to connect with their heart, but it is this that's blocked. It's like you don't trust your own intuition. You don't trust yourself to know who is safe and who isn't safe, what is safe and what isn't safe. And so you just keep yourself on guard all the time and you escape. Keep myself on guard all the time, I will just escape. So we're calling in healing and peace for you now, releasing all of those blocks, allowing you to have balance in your heart chakra and in your third eye chakra now. Whew, a nice deep breath, everybody, and an exhale out is really what I meant to say. Just really allowing all of that stuck energy to release. I'm being called to apply Reiki, so we're applying healing Reiki energy for everybody who needs it right now, especially in those chakras, but we're actually just calling all of our chakras into balance. Any conscious mind program that is getting in the way of us trusting ourselves, we're clearing that now. This is stuff that we're actually aware of, right? This is in the conscious mind, that mind of ours that we are aware of, those voices that tell us that we are not safe, that the person we're trying to connect with is not safe, that we're not be okay if we allow ourselves to open our heart to someone. And we're just clearing all of those conscious programs now. And you're going to have to actively think about it. You're going to have to actively notice when you do it, when your mind starts going down that path of, I want to get out of here because this intimacy doesn't feel safe. I want to get out of here because this connection doesn't feel safe. I want to get out of here because I've only ever been hurt by people and I don't want to get hurt again. You're just going to have to notice it when you're doing that and force yourself to show up anyway. And then you'll learn that you can trust yourself to know who is and isn't safe. Because there are some times where you have to use your discernment and say, I can't be around this person. That's true. But you can also use your discernment to say, oh, actually, no, this person is okay. And yeah, they may hurt me someday because we all hurt each other. But that doesn't mean I'm not safe with them. And that doesn't mean I can't have that connection with them. And that doesn't mean I have to escape from them. Okay, anything else we can do for the collective right now as it relates to this self-trust thing, as it relates to anything connected to connection and intimacy? Any body program. So this is for people who just automatically feel that closed off body. Like you're immediately just like, nope. I know you're not even thinking about running away. You're just running away. You're not even thinking about not being present. You're just not being present. That's it. Your body is just doing the running. Your body is just like, I'm out of here. So for some of you, again, it's going to require you to show up. Even when your body wants to run, it's going to require you to keep being present. It's going to require you to sit in meditation and notice when those feelings bubble up in your physical form, and for you to do something like our energy exchanges where you actively release it. You actively call in that energy of escapism, call in that energy of not feeling safe, call in that energy of mistrust. and then release it from your body. And then call in the energy of faith, call in the energy of trust, call in the energy of hope and optimism. And allow that to soak into your physical form. Allow your physical form to really soften into those feelings. You're going to have to do the work. SRT does the first layer. We find the information for you. We find out what's going on. We say, Spirit, clear it. We offer support and help, but SRT is a two-way street. You have to get involved in this process. You have to be actively involved in this process. You have to notice, you have to be aware, and you have to take steps that you know will better your life. Do the things that you know will get you to where you want to go. If you want to have connections with people you can't keep escaping, that's on you to keep showing up. That's on you to push yourself past your comfort zone. I'm here again to call it out, to shine a light on it, to offer you love, to offer you support, to offer you Reiki, to offer you releasing statements. But I'm not in your body. You have free will, and you have to show up for this process. You have to start taking steps to release yourself fully from this escapism and allow yourself to trust again. And I know that it's hard, okay? I totally understand. I'm right there with you. It is really hard. It is very, very hard. So I understand, and it doesn't change the fact that it is the only way to get through it and to get over it. Blocks to verbally expressing ourselves. So yeah, when you're in a situation where you're not trusting, when you're in a situation where you're escaping from spiritual connection, when you're escaping from other people, when you're escaping from love and from intimacy, you're not verbally expressing yourself. You're holding all of that in. You don't want to tell anybody how you feel, because if you tell them how you feel, then you got to have that intimacy. You don't want to be connected here in this present moment with somebody and tell them what's on your heart and your mind, because that would create closeness and connection, and you're afraid of that. So releasing all of you from blocks to your verbal expression now. Anything in particular about the verbal expression blocks that we can clear? My battery is about to die, y'all. So if this cuts off, that is why. Well, it says finished, wrapped up. So I think that's a sign that my battery is about to die. We're going to do 100% of 100% of mop up, and we're going to ask for replacement energies to fill all of us up so we'll be able to access that trust. Awareness is the first replacement energy that just came up, because again, that's the first step. Grace for ourselves, because we know that this is such a hard process. Wholeness, knowing that we are beautiful and whole as we are, and we have so much to offer other people in relationship and intimacy and in connection. Okay, let's find ourselves right back here in this very present moment, not thinking about the past, not worried about the future, but excited for the future that we are creating when we release ourselves from that escapism and stand fully in our trust of ourselves and in spirit to guide us into the places with the people that we are meant for. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching another episode of Clearing with Kate, and we will see you next time.